Welcome. You're tuned into Tangled Threads. If you're digging our content, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. It was a typical Friday night in college. My girlfriend Luna and I were getting ready to head to a dorm party, hosted by one of my closest friends from my freshman year, Kai. We'd been dating for almost a year, and things between us were pretty good, or so I thought. Kai's parties were always the talk of the campus, known for their wildness and the sheer number of people crammed into his tiny dorm room. We arrived a bit late, the room already thick with the smell of cheap beer and louder than I expected. Music vibrated through the floor, making conversations nearly impossible without shouting. Luna seemed excited, her eyes sparkling as she dragged me through the crowd to greet our friends. Kai came over, clapping me on the back and hugging Luna a little longer than necessary, something that didn't sit right with me, but I brushed it off as nothing. As the night wore on, the room became more crowded, and I lost track of Luna in the chaos. I wasn't worried at first, figuring she'd gone to the bathroom or to get more drinks. But after a while, I started to get a nagging feeling in the pit of my stomach. I asked around, but no one seemed to have seen her recently. That's when I noticed Kai was missing too. A flicker of unease turned into a flame of suspicion, and I began to weave through the crowd, heading upstairs where the bedrooms were, away from the main party area. The closer I got to Kai's room, the louder my heart pounded in my chest, a mixture of fear and something else. Anger, maybe, or betrayal. The door was slightly ajar, and I could hear muffled sounds coming from inside. My mind was screaming at me to turn back, to just walk away, but I couldn't. I needed to know. So, I pushed the door open, and there they were, Luna and Kai, in a way no one ever wants to see their partner with someone else. Time seemed to freeze, the music from downstairs a distant echo compared to the racing thoughts in my head. The shock on their faces when they saw me was almost comical, had the situation not been so utterly devastating. Without thinking, I lunged at Kai, fueled by a mix of betrayal and hurt. Our friendship, years of memories, didn't matter in that moment. All I could see was red. The fight was messy, more shoving and yelling than actual punches, but it was enough to draw a crowd at the door. Luna was crying, trying to pull us apart, shouting something about it being a mistake, but I wasn't listening. The fight ended with Kai on the ground and me standing over him, panting and angrier than I'd ever been in my life. I didn't wait for an explanation. I didn't want to hear any lies. I left the room, pushing past the onlookers, and stormed out of the party. Back at my own dorm, the adrenaline started to fade, replaced by a hollow feeling. I gathered all of Luna's stuff, clothes, textbooks, the little knickknacks she'd left at my place, and dumped them outside my door. It was petty, maybe, but I was too hurt to care. Luna showed up not long after, her makeup smeared from crying, begging me to let her in so we could talk. But I couldn't face her, couldn't deal with the betrayal. When she wouldn't leave, I called campus security, hoping they could handle it because I sure as hell couldn't. They arrived, and the situation escalated quickly from there, ending with the police getting involved when Luna refused to leave the premises. In the aftermath, I felt like I was living in a bad dream. My relationship was over, my friendship with Kai destroyed. The whole campus was buzzing with the story by the next morning, everyone eager to put in their 2 cents. It was humiliating, to say the least, but also a harsh lesson learned. Trust is fragile, easily broken, and hard to mend. I spent the next few weeks avoiding social events, not ready to face the whispers and stares. The fallout from that night was more than just a broken relationship. It was a reminder that sometimes the people closest to us can hurt us the most. And picking up the pieces afterward is a journey that's just as much about forgiving yourself as it is about moving on from others. In the end, I don't know if I'll ever fully get over what happened, but I'm trying. College is supposed to be about learning, and I guess in a way, I've learned more about life from this experience than any lecture could ever teach me. Update: it's been a few months since the whole debacle with Luna and Kai. I'd like to say that things got better right away, but they didn't. For weeks, I was the guy everyone whispered about in the hallways, and not in a good way. It was rough, not gonna lie, but eventually, things started to look up. I've been hanging out with a new group of friends, people who weren't around to witness my personal life implode. It's refreshing, to say the least. We've been hitting up some local spots, studying together, and honestly, just enjoying college life. It feels good to be back in the swing of things, focusing on my classes and planning for the future. However, just when I thought I could put all that drama behind me, something new popped up. Luna, for reasons I can't fathom, started spreading false rumors about me around campus. It started as whispers I'd overhear in the dining hall or the library, stuff so outlandish I initially thought no one would believe it. But the thing about rumors is, they have a way of spreading like wildfire, especially when they're juicy enough. It got to the point where it was affecting my reputation, not just socially, but academically too. Professors and faculty members started looking at me funny, and I knew I had to do something about it. After talking it over with my new friends, I decided to take the issue to the college staff. Walking into the dean's office to discuss personal drama felt like I was in high school all over again, but this was necessary. I laid everything out, from the party incident with Luna and Kai to the recent rumors that were circulating. The staff were surprisingly understanding. They listened, asked questions, and assured me they'd look into the matter. The college took it more seriously than I expected. They talked to Luna, reminding her of the school's policies on harassment and the potential consequences of spreading false information. I'm not sure what was said exactly, but the rumors started to die down after that. It wasn't an immediate fix, and there are still some people who look at me sideways, but it's getting better. I'm focusing on rebuilding my life, one step at a time. It's not easy, but I'm learning a lot about resilience, forgiveness, and moving forward. Life has a funny way of throwing curveballs, but I've come to realize that it's all about how you handle them. I'm just trying to handle mine with as much grace and patience as I can muster. College is supposed to be a time of growth, and grow I did, just not in the ways I expected. But maybe that's the point. Here are their responses he got. Comment 1. Wow, what a journey you've been on. I'm sorry you had to deal with such a messy situation, but it's impressive how you've handled it all. Going to the college staff was definitely the right move. It's so important to stand up for yourself, especially when false rumors could impact your future. Your resilience is admirable, and it seems like you're coming out of this stronger and wiser. Keep focusing on those who support you, and remember, this will all be a distant memory someday. Thanks for sharing your story with us. It's a good reminder of how tough situations can lead to personal growth. Comment 2. Man, that sounds incredibly tough. I can't believe Luna started spreading rumors after everything that went down. It's good to hear the college took your concerns seriously. Not everyone is that lucky. You've got a good head on your shoulders, handling things maturely and seeking the right kind of help. Also, finding a new group of friends who have your back is so key. They sound like a great support system. Hang in there, dude. It's wild how complex life can get, but stories like yours show that it's possible to navigate through the chaos and come out okay on the other side. Goddamn, dude. That's brutal. Women these days can't be trusted hardly. It's a shame to see, but it's the hard reality we men must face. I wish you the best, brother. Anyways, let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.